The man was originally a billionaire, but he hid away in a poor village to retire. But the village chief thought he was truly poor, so he brought some food to visit the man. He even brought a photographer to take pictures. When the billionaire heard there would be photos, he immediately changed into a suit. During the photo shoot, the village chief looked more like the one being helped. The reason the billionaire lived in the poor village was to raise his son properly, because a life of hardship could better shape a person's good character. So the billionaire never told his son his real identity. The son also studied very hard, and he got the top score in the entire city. On the day the results came out, the son's teacher came to their home. She congratulated the son on becoming the top student, and said the school wanted to promote this achievement, so they would host a banquet for the son. The billionaire was invited to attend. The billionaire agreed. On the day of the banquet, on his way to the banquet, he ran into his cousin. The cousin, unaware of his identity, mocked him for being a junk collector, and even flaunted his wealth in front of him. But the billionaire ignored him, in a hurry to get to his son's banquet, and turned away without saying a word. When he arrived at the banquet, he was stopped outside because of his shabby clothes. When he explained he came to attend the banquet, the server didn't believe him and kicked him out. At that moment, the billionaire saw his son and quickly called him over. The son came over and told the server that this poorly dressed man was his father. One of the son's classmates heard this and mocked his father for looking like a trash picker. Just as the billionaire was about to get angry, the business association president walked over. When the president learned this man was the boy's father, he was both shocked and angry. He scolded the billionaire for his clothes, saying he was embarrassing his son. The billionaire explained he didn't mean to. He didn't know the banquet would be so grand. The president didn't want to hear his excuse and went straight into the banquet. Everyone else followed behind. After entering, the billionaire calmly ate his food, but was ridiculed by everyone, especially by his cousin, who harshly accused him of having no manners. The son defended his father, but was belittled by the cousin as well. He said the son would eventually come begging for help. The son felt angry, but his teacher told him to endure it. The cousin then said an important person would arrive today and sit at their table. He told the billionaire not to embarrass his son. Before the billionaire could react, the president suddenly began to speak. Everyone turned their attention to him. The president first congratulated the son on becoming number one. Then he asked everyone to welcome the important guest. Everyone looked toward the entrance. They saw a female chairwoman of a corporation enter. Everyone stood up to welcome her, but the billionaire remained seated, eating. The cousin angrily scolded the billionaire, but then the chairwoman walked over to the billionaire and bowed to him in front of everyone. She said the billionaire was the real important person. Everyone was shocked. The president and the cousin immediately changed their attitude. They apologized to the billionaire and asked about the relationship between them. The chairwoman didn't reveal the billionaire's identity. She only said he was her teacher, but in fact, he was her boss. The cousin was a little confused because the billionaire had never been a teacher. Before anyone could say more, the chairwoman ordered the banquet to continue and asked the son to give a speech on stage. Just then, a line of luxury cars stopped outside the banquet. The billionaire's business rival got out of the car. With bodyguards, he walked into the banquet. He tore up the son's speech in front of everyone and snatched the microphone from him. The billionaire immediately stepped forward, telling the rival not to be too arrogant, but the cousin stopped the billionaire and told him to shut up. The teacher noticed something was wrong with the son's expression and quickly pulled him off the stage. She told the boy not to act rashly. The rival ignored the billionaire and openly provoked the chairwoman. He announced that from today on they would begin full competition with her company. He told the chairwoman to look at her company's stock. She checked her phone and found that the company's stock had hit the limit down. Seeing their stocks fall, investors immediately switched sides to support the rival. The rival suddenly asked the son about his stance. The son still supported the chairwoman because she was a philanthropist who sponsored many students every year. The son also said he was the true host of today's banquet and told the rival to leave immediately. The rival mocked the son, saying he wouldn't leave today, and the son couldn't do anything about it. The billionaire saw the rival bullying his son, walked up to his son, and said he would help teach the rival a lesson. Unexpectedly, the son pushed him away, angrily saying the billionaire had cost him his dignity. No one at the banquet respected them. The billionaire tried to comfort his son, but the boy was lost in his own anger, shouting for the rival to shut up and swearing he would make them pay one day.